Climb. So we get joined by 3 of our Californian sea lions today. So we've just been joined by Luna. Luna is our youngest. She is just 7 years old. And we've also been joined by Zana as well. Zana, again, one of our youngest. She is 9 years old. They're just currently swimming around in that active oceans pool. We are very proud of it here at Blackpool Zoo. It's one of the biggest of its kind in the UK, and it does have salt water for our sea lions, just like they'd be swimming around in the wild, along the west coast of North America as far as
there we are.
We've got Ruby. Can we give them a big wave? Hello. So here at Blackpool Zoo we do have sea lions, we don't have seals, but we do hear our visitors getting those 2 animals confused quite a lot. So we're going to start off today's demonstration by showing you some key differences between these 2 species. Now the first one Matt is pointing out there on the side of Luna's head is a small flap of skin, and that is her ear. This is very different to a seal's ear, which is just a small hole in the side of their head, and that's usually covered in a lot of fur. Really, really difficult to see. So that first difference is their ears. It's a little bit of a subtle difference though. The next one is a lot more obvious. Can we see those big front flippers? That is the next big difference. So a sea lion's front flipper is about the size of my fingertips all the way down to my elbow. But if you look at Matt's hand there, that's about the same size as a seal's front flipper. So it's a lot smaller than a sea lion. So the seal's front flippers actually have 5 claws on there to help them drag their bodies along the ground.
Go on camera, stupid seagull.
And this big difference in flipper size means that sea lions and seals move around a lot differently on land. So Ruby's showing you there how she can keep her whole body off the ground there as she's moving, keeping it held up with those big flippers, even jumping up to Matt's hand as well to show you how strong they really are. But seals move a lot differently. Ruby, how does a seal move? It's a lot less graceful. They slide along on those big bellies, dragging themselves along the floor with those much smaller front flippers. Looks like a lot more work, a lot more hard work than a sea lion's walk. Can we give all 3 of them a big round of applause for showing us those differences there? Now our sea lions, they are amazing hunters. They're really good at catching their prey in the water. They do hunt for fish. They can eat up to 50 types of different fish and even squid in the wild. And to encourage those hunting behaviours here at Blackpool Zoo, we use different enrichment items. So we're going to start off by using these blue enrichment hoops today. Matt's going to throw them towards one of our sea lions. Now Zana there using those forward facing eyes and that big and long flexible neck. She can judge the speed and distance of those hoops. This last one's going to be a bit of a harder throw. But using those adaptations, she can still catch them really easily. But of course, I mentioned sea lions, they like to eat lots of fish, so when they use these adaptations, they'd be using them in the water. So we're going to make it a little bit more difficult now and ask our sea lions to demonstrate how they use those adaptations, again, those forward-facing eyes and that big and long flexible neck to catch those hoops once again, but in their active oceans pool. Now can we give Zana a big cheer for each hoop she catches? That's 1. That's 2. Oh, I didn't quite get that one, but we'll try it one more time. As I mentioned, Zana's one of our youngest sea lions, so she's just learning this behaviour. But she's still able to catch those hoops using those great adaptations.
Shut up, Tom.
And of course those forward-facing eyes and that long flexible neck does come in very handy for sea lions when catching their fish. But sometimes it's a little bit murkier in the water, and when a sea lion's getting older as well, their eyesight can get a bit worse. So they have to rely on a different adaptation to track their fish through the water. Now we're going to show you the next adaptation they'd use using a ball in just a moment. Now Matt's going to pass it towards one of our sea lions. Now, if you look at her whiskers there, they're curling up towards that ball, detecting any movement and vibrations. So she can keep it really well balanced there on the end of her nose. Still keeping her eyes on her trainer Matt though, so when he gives her the signal, she can pass it straight back.
Wow.
But once again, just to show you how sensitive these whiskers really are, we're going to ask our sea lions to demonstrate this behaviour in the water. And this again is what they use to track their fish through the water. If they couldn't see so great, she can detect where that ball's landed, even making her way back up onto the land, keeping it so well balanced there on the end of her nose. Using those really sensitive whiskers, still keeping her eyes on that. Going for a big round of applause. So as you've just seen there, our sea lions are amazing at hunting for their fish in the water, and those adaptations are really, really good for them to help them get their fish. But they're not on the top of the food chain. There is an animal that quite likes to hunt sea lions in the wild. And Ruby's going to try and demonstrate this animal for you today. So once she starts her demonstration, I'll give you a big clue. Look at what she's doing with that big front flipper. See if you can guess for me, what animal do you think is going to try and hunt a sea lion? Based on Ruby's demonstration there, on the count of 3, can you shout it out for me? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3!
Go on, Steve.
What do you reckon, Matt? I heard him. He said it was absolutely rubbish. I know there's not that many people in this arena, but you can definitely do a lot better than that, and there was a lot of adults not joining in there. Can we try it one more time? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3!
Okay!
Did you get it that time, Matt? Of course he did, and of course you are right. Tiger sharks, bull sharks, great white sharks, even killer whales like to hunt sea lions. But Ruby, if you saw a shark nearby, what would you do? You'd make your way back onto land and hide yourself away from those scary predators. But sometimes it's not always land nearby that our sea lions can escape to, so there's a few different behaviours that they can do to try and get away from that shark whilst they're still in the water until they can find land to get back up onto safety. So these behaviours are meant to create lots of splashes and bubbles to try and confuse that shark on where the sea lion's moving through the water. And Luna's going to demonstrate this first behaviour for you today. She's just learned this behaviour. It's called porpoising. So she's pushing her body in and out of the water, building up lots of speed, but also creating lots of bubbles. So it's really confusing. If the shark was trying to follow her, she'd disappear up above the water at times, and it would be really hard for that predator to trap her. Can we give her a big round of applause?
Oh! Cheeky little bit.
And there's even another behaviour that our sea lions
They're in full sail now.
Once again, to create lots of splashes and bubbles, even more than that porpoising behaviour that Luna's just demonstrated. And Anna is going to try and demonstrate this behaviour for you. Just once Luna gets back up onto her stand, again, it's meant to create lots of splashes and bubbles to try and distract that shark. And that is a big leap out from Anna. Can we give her a really big round of applause for that demonstration? And of course, sharks are a really big threat to sea lions and all of the prey that they like to hunt. But there's an even bigger threat that sea lions and all marine wildlife are facing at the moment, and that is plastic pollution. Now, plastic is estimated to kill a marine animal every single second in the wild. And our sea lions are going to demonstrate for you today just what
get that before the seagull gets it.
Reduce the amount of plastic that's going into our oceans.
No, the seagull's getting pills in a minute.
So Ruby spotted that plastic crystal in her water, but she knows it doesn't belong in there. She knows that it belongs in a recycling bin. Make sure if you've got any rubbish with you today, it does go into a bin. And of course, if you've got any plastic,
these seagulls are full force.
You have around the park. And that does almost bring us to the end of our first sea lion lion training demonstration for today, but there's one more behaviour our sea lions would like to leave you with to once again show you how big and strong those front flippers are with a big front flipper stand. Now I think that Matt, Luna, Xana and Ruby have done an amazing job during their training demonstration today. Can we give them one last really big round of applause? And a nice big wave goodbye as well. Thank you so much for joining us for our sea lion training demonstration. There will be another one at 2 o'clock.
Let's get away from these seagulls. Mr. Gorilla's asleep. That one is, that gorilla there is that one there. You got that one at the back. That one at the back is that one. Now you got
Right then, baby, let's put your jacket on. I don't know, what did you do? Oh dear. I bet Daddy wasn't impressed with that, was he? Put this on. Are we looking? You going to wait? Let's not say that, Ruby. Let's not say that, it's not a nice word. Yep. Wait there, should we have a look?
this one's got a baby. This one's got a baby.
You see the baby?
There's one up there as well, see? Corner.
Hello.
Come on then.
Hello, mate. Oi, come back to the camera. Tom, come see this one. He's on the move. See, you just climb across all the windows and down.
Which one is it?
You don't like it.
One on the floor there, no?
Oh, there's a snake.
They can. So beautiful.
Oh no.
I want to film that snake up there though. Hello. He smiled for the camera, did you see him? Oi. Right. Monkey, come on.
Which one is he on now?
Come on. Hey. Hey. I can see you. Tom.
I'm ready for now.
Go on, mate.
You want to look in?
Where's one go?
Where's it gone?
Oh shit. No, down there. Like a snake. Can't you see his head there?
Get in there, please.
Real operations. Are you okay? Did you see the baby?
Chimpanzees, bonobos and us as humans. And that does mean that we share quite a few similarities with these apes. We share around 98% of our DNA with a gorilla, around 96% with an orangutan, and that does mean we have some similarities in the way that we are as well. So just like these guys, we are omnivores, and we have the exact same number of teeth. So just like them, we have 32 teeth. Now we do also have some similarities with pregnancy as well. So just like a human, both gorillas and orangutans have a pregnancy of around 9 months. At the end of this, they'll give birth to one offspring, and that offspring will typically stay held on to the mother for the first couple of years of life. They'll gradually start to move away and explore. Now, gorillas, they are a social animal. They live in troops that can consist of around 30 individuals, usually made up of one silverback and his family. Now, that does mean that when the offspring of a gorilla reaches maturity, the males do sometimes leave to find their own troop, or they may also stay with the family unit as well. Now, orangutans in the wild are a solitary animal. That does mean that once they reach maturity, they will separate and start on their own solitary journey. However, we have seen before that some male orangutans do also go back to the place that they were born and come back into contact with their mother in the wild.
Aww.
Now, as I mentioned, just like us, these guys are omnivores, and that means that they can eat both plant and animal life. So out in the wild, both gorillas and orangutans would eat a variety of different fruit, vegetation and forage from their natural habitats. They would also eat things like eggs, small reptiles, mammals and even birds as well. Now here at Blackpool Zoo we like to feed them through different types of enrichment, so we can do things like scatter feeds over on their gorilla island, or even putting their food up above the net so they have to retrieve it. Now, both of these animals live in very different parts of the world. The western lowland gorilla is found in areas of Africa like the Congo, in those dense, thick forests and also forest edges and swamps. Now, the orangutans that we have here at Blackpool Zoo are Bornean orangutans. They're found across the island of Borneo, in those dense rainforests as well, and they spend much of their time up in the trees, while the gorillas would spend a lot of their time down on the ground foraging for food. Now, unfortunately, both of these species do face a number of different threats out there in the wild, both of which are massively due to things like deforestation. For the gorillas, much of their natural habitats are cleared away to make room for the mining of a very precious metal called coltan. Now, coltan is a metal that is found in pretty much every single mobile phone or cellular device on the planet. Now, the best way that we can help the gorillas is to actually recycle any old mobile phones. The coltan can be extracted and reused, and that reduces the demand for the mining of it out there in the gorilla's natural habitat. Unfortunately, the orangutans do also suffer from massive habitat loss. They're a critically endangered animal, and the numbers are facing rapid decline. Now, this is due to the deforestation to make room for things like palm oil plantations. And while here at Blackpool Zoo we do recognise that palm oil is an essential part of many different things that we buy from the supermarket, ranging from food to soaps and shampoos, we do also campaign for ethical sourcing of this palm oil. So we try to encourage people to look at companies that do source this palm oil ethically. They reuse the same spaces, and that helps the gorillas and that helps the orangutans out there in the wild to protect their natural environments and breeding grounds. Now, if you do have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to go on over and ask. Our next talk today will be our elephant talk over at Project Elephant Base Camp. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But from me and everyone here at Blackpool Zoo, we hope that you have an incredible day. Thank you.
I don't know. Look at that big boy at the back. Can you let him from this other window?
Yeah?
Yeah, we can.
This way, out of the way, and let me
Look
take
at him.
pictures.
Nice, the other back that
You
is.
can have the drama.
Fuck me. Wow.
Nanny, just let's go in that bag. Like that.
Who's that? Which way do we go? Hey! Hey! Come here! Luke's so bored.
Oh, is that big boy?
You have to see him, so we're back. Can you get in here yet?
It is a big boy, isn't it, actually? I was asleep before I go there.
Where was he before?
Just in front of us, sleeping.
Was that him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's huge!
Solid muscle, isn't it?
Mate, imagine that coming at you.
That's a small species, mate. I haven't seen a big one. You're not recording, are you?
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's a climbing wall as well, they've got
Huh?
there. Got a climbing wall there.
You've got one on both sides. Hey! Hey, Matty! You looked at me as well, actually. Matty! Quiet, mate!
Here. Don't go wandering off. No, he's here, right in front of you.
No, I want to go see them on the other side.
There's the big one at the back.
The big daddy.
Come and have a look.
Go out to the side.
To place submerge themselves in should they wish to. And on particularly hot days, we do also have a fire hose to help keep these elephants nice and cool. Now, you may also notice that there are hay nets dotted around their habitat. Now, some of these are also lifted up onto hoists. We can actually move these hoists to just outside of the elephant's natural reach.
Yeah, I know. That one's doing it there as well.
I think he'll go up again.
Yeah, I know.
that one
Don't do it on the log. You get back up, mate.
Now, an elephant's trunk is a very important, extremely powerful piece of anatomy. It contains
All of them are in here. Actually standing up. Wow. Look at that mouth. It's a bit like my mouth. Big. And that never shuts up. A bit like Tom's. Hey! 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 That one's getting all the scraps. Come on, mate, get up there. Just done it. Get them all in.
They're inseparable.
Partners.
Yeah, they've stood next to each other down here before.
You two getting married right over there?
You're waiting at the same time.
There we are. Tom. Get it right, that. You can break that, mate. You gotta pay for it.
got a big one of them on the jigsaw to finish. It's going to be the hardest bit, the elephant picking. Oh, that's an open skull. My word.
Imagine that eating you. Oh, here he is, getting back up. Getting back up, are you, mate?
How it really feels.
Fucking hell. Hey, yo. God, look at the size of that nest. What? Hey! There. You have to go back the same way you came.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's not
Do you know
open
what? I
anymore.
literally just caught, just as you were saying it, just caught a glimpse.
Oh, it's a peacock. Oh, is it, yeah?
Hey, birdie.
Yeah, everyone like you.
We're gonna have tonight. We're
Oh,
gonna have duck pancakes.
we're having that bird right in front of me, the big peacock. What you should do, ask. You don't know the guy can spot the iguana anywhere.
All buggers. Because a lot of them, like newts and lizards and frogs and that, can actually deep freeze, can't they? Through the winter, like proper solid frozen. And then just thaw.
Yeah.
It's been moving that one.
It's a caiman. It's scratching himself. Tom.
What's he doing?
Scratching himself. Oh, it's just stopped. Oh, it's coming out. He's over here. Can you see him? Come here. See him? There should be foam in here. Right. Horses with humps.
So they can stay warm during those long desert nights. Now the Gobi Desert is also a very sparse habitat. Now the camels need to survive on very little food and very little water, and you can see these are quite big animals, so that's a difficult task. And the camels are adapted to do this in many ways. So first and foremost, camels have humps, and those humps are not full of water, they're actually full of fat. So the camels can run off that fat for a very long period of time, and as the camels use up that energy store, the humps will start to slide down a bit, they'll be a bit less rigid and upright. But you can see our camels here at Blackpool Zoo, they're in captivity, they're eating all day long, and so their humps are nice and tall and full of fat. Now, also camels need to survive on the little resources that they do find, and they do this with some very thick lips. Now you can see one of our camels here licking the rock, you can see how they lead with the lips. Now, if you watch our giraffes feed today, they'll go in with their tongue, and they will wrap the tongue around something and pull it into their mouths. Whereas the camels use their lips to pull things into their mouths. They're very long, and they're also cleft in the middle, so they can wrap around thorny things, and they can bring that thorny bushes into their mouths. So they're also from a very dry place, there's not much water. Camels can actually drink, when they do find a water source, up to 100 litres in just 5 minutes. That's about the size of a bathtub in just 5 minutes. So that really means they can maximise the amount of water they take in when they do find a water source. Now they're from a very sandy place. The sand can get in their eyes and in their nostrils, so they have those really big, thick eyelashes. That just keeps the sand out of their eyes, and also they have 3 eyelids. So they can close the bottom set of eyelids and still see, and that again just protects the eyes. They can also close their nostrils on command, which is really cool, and that just stops the sand blowing into their airways, and just means they can carry on moving through the desert without getting blocked eyes and blocked noses because of the sand. Now, all our camels are sitting down currently. They also have very big feet, about the size of a dinner plate, and those feet with a big surface area just helps them move across the sand, stops them sinking in. They actually walk on their toes, so if we see a camel stand up, I don't think we will today, to be honest, unless you come back later, but you'll see they walk on their toes. Now at Blackpool Zoo, our camels have this large paddock. They've got a sand, which is what they'd live on in the wild, and they also have hay bales over there on the right, which they can graze on naturally throughout the day. We give them a selection of browse. We also give them camel pellet, which is a bit like the breakfast cereal. It's just high fibre and just keeps them going throughout the day. And they also get a variety of vegetables as well. So at the back of the paddock, we've actually got some long posts there. They can rub on those posts and lose the fur and the hair that is coming off now. And our camel hair is actually put to good use, because we can put that hair in the big cat habitat, and that can simulate the tigers and lions hunting their prey, because they'll see that hair in the habitat and they'll think, oh, there's an animal in here I can hunt, and then maybe later that day the keepers will put the actual meat in that habitat, and the lions and tigers feel like they've actually hunted for something. So nothing goes to waste here at Blackpool Zoo. We've got a variety of ages of camels here. So our oldest camels are in their 20s. Camel can live sort of 30 to 40 years, so they are getting on a bit. We also have camels in their early teens as well. So a camel is pregnant for an entire year, a bit like an elephant which is pregnant for 2 years. They have a very long gestation period, and then the young camel will stay with its mother for 3 to 5 years, and they will live as part of a group which is called a caravan of camels in the desert, and they move around as that group together. They're very rarely by themselves, and they will just forage together. So all the camels here in our caravan are female. We don't have any males, but if we did, they would live quite happily in amongst the caravan. And yeah, thanks for coming to our camel talk here. If you've got any questions, I'll be staying for a few minutes to answer them, and enjoy the rest of your day at Blackpool Zoo. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I know it is. Hello, hi, come back here, you little shit.
I better not be on the camera.
Bye. Bye. You coming back? Hey, come here. Come here. Friend. Hey! Come here, little pussycat! Come here! Do tigers make noise? Tigers grunt, growl, gasp, moan, snarl, chuff and roar. Each vocalization is used to communicate different messages. A tiger's roar can be heard 3 kilometers away. Tigers do not have tigers have the same stripes? No, 2 striped tigers have the same stripes. Every tiger has their own on the first. They are all unique. There should be another one in here somewhere. Yeah, I was thinking that's where the school was. Look at that beauty. Hey!
Grass has grown on it. Having that.
It's brave.
Yeah, that's a lioness.
That's the lioness. There's one more lion.
There's two there.
Oh yes, 2 together.
The lionesses and the lions up there.
How you doing, mate? Full of flies in here. Look. Hey, beauty. Get a pose.
Wow, look at that. Sticking its neck around.
You get a pose.
There's its baby down there.
Hello. There's an antelope down there. That must be fake trunk.
You what? No, that's real, that. No? Do you think it's fake?
Yeah.
Big fish, is it?
What's that?
Sea lions.
Again. And kids better not come up here.
Are we going that way?
Yeah, we'll go. You can't go down there. You have to come back down.
Oh, yeah. Recording.
Where?
Recording.
That thing there.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see that camera?
Wow.
You see it?
There's seagulls here. There's a magpie up there.
Flies on here, you get bad fiction burn.
What are you on? You sound to me when I'm having a piss. Oh, oh, as if I've just... Mate, how come?
Mate, your body stretched, your body made these smaller. I'm like, what did you put?
Do you believe?
What's up with you?
Not.
Did you swear?
There's a sound on it.
No.
Getting absolutely chucked down in this.
I can't believe it's done that. Thanks, what up? I'll make you. What do they call them? Babies? Like a calf. A calf one. And ostriches will be reared. Reared. And then there's one of them big tails. They're not pelicans then. Are they? Why the different colours to the other ones? They're pelicans over there. Oh yeah, they're yeah, of course they are.
Wow.
There's a lot.
Yeah. We'll go up that walkway and we have to see him up there.
Yeah. Fertilised, and then they form in the body.
Hello. Yeah, you can't eat me.
Do you know what he turned around
Yo.
and check his eggs?
Look.
She.
Hey. Steve, I'm talking to you.
What?
There's an egg over there.
Yeah, loads.
Oh! I just don't like every animal, don't I? Hey! Speedy! I show Speedy. You need to mow this, don't they? You've got a lot of videos to do, mate. I mean, oh shit ton.
The only thing is can you send them to me on email? Because they'll be big files.
Well,
how many megabytes are they per file?
You might be able to just do it on computer maybe.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off. Just pull it straight off the
Download that whatever it's
the micro SD. Yeah.
Beautiful. And these are an egret. Oh no, not sorry. They are a crane.